Now, as you guys can see, US30 is in an uptrend, so we're gonna draw a trend line. We're gonna draw that trend line real quick. I gotta show you guys what I'm sipping on today. Some coffee, iced coffee. Get you some iced coffee, bro. That shit really helped. Alright, so as you can see, US30 is in an uptrend. We're making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So US30 is an uptrend, right? So we're gonna go back to Thursday. We're gonna retest last week. We're gonna back test last week because today's Sunday, so we're gonna back test last week. So we're gonna go to actually I'm gonna pull up the calendar. Okay, so we normally get in the markets 9:30. As you can see right here, we had news. So we're gonna pull up the charts real quick. We're gonna go to Monday the 23rd. Okay, so the yellow line is Monday the 23rd. This is the day we're gonna be testing and back testing. So normally, if I'm coming into the markets on Monday, I'll be marking up the recent highs and the recent lows of the previous day, which was Sunday, because that's when the market opens on Sundays. So we're gonna mark up the previous highs and lows on this day. Just mark that real quick. Okay, so we have a previous high, previous low, which is the green lines. Then we're gonna go in on the 15-minute time frame. I normally trade on the 5-minute, but here we're gonna change these colors because the trend line is green. We're not gonna do that. So okay, so Monday the 23rd, this is the day we came into the markets, right? Which is everything past here. Okay, so this is these lines are the previous high, previous low, and this is when Monday starts. Now we get into the market at 9:30 a.m. So we're gonna mark up 9:30 a.m. So when we get in the markets, 9:30 a.m. is when markets open. So it's right here. We're gonna mark that, right? This is when the market opens. So we don't forget about this. We don't need that no more. As you can see, we had some news, which is what we saw on the calendar right here. As you can see, we had news at 9:45 a.m. We had flash mornings. So we would be looking for trades after news. We don't trade during news because there's a high probability of you getting stopped out. So we trade after news. As you can see, the news was done at 10:15. So we would be looking for setups around 10:15 to 10:30 for an entry. So we're gonna go back on the charts and we're gonna look for 10:15, which is right around here on this blue candle. So I'm gonna mark that 10:15. I'm gonna mark that blue, and then I trade on the 5-minute or the 1-minute. So that's where I look for setups. As you can see, the market is overall in an uptrend. So I would be looking for buys, right? So we zoom in. As you can see, price broke above the recent daily high, which is this line. Price broke above right here, came back down. So this would have been our high right here. We'd be targeting this zone. And I trade trend lines, so I would draw out the recent high, which would have been this. And price started to make a trend line back to the downside. And as you know, price is in an uptrend, so we'll be looking for buys. So you draw your trend line right here, wait for price to come test the recent. Because okay, so guys, if price is in an uptrend and it breaks resistance, resistance becomes support. So it breaks above resistance. Now it got to come back down and retest the resistance to make it a support zone to keep going higher because price is in an uptrend. So that's where our strategy comes in. They form the trend line and then we just wait for a breakout, break of structure. So as you can see, price made high and then a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And then price broke structure right here, which is that touch. Price broke structure of the recent touch, which is this zone. I'm gonna change the color to the white line. So the white line is where structure is. As you can see, price made a touch right here. Price broke the touch. As soon as you see that touch, that would be our entry. Enter for longs, targeting the recent highs with a 50 pip stop loss. We'll be targeting 1 2 easy money right here. Let's go to Wednesday now. As you can see, price broke below the daily high, had a huge drop to the downside, so price is now in the downtrend. Let's see if there was any news on Wednesday, the 25th. As you guys can see, there was no news. So we'll be looking for entry around 9:30, 10, 10:30. It doesn't matter. Whatever matches with our strategy, that's where we'll be looking for entry. So as you guys can see, 10 a.m. we had a full drop right here below the trend line. So as you can see now, price dropped below our recent daily. You guys can see price is making a trend line to the upside, making higher highs, higher lows. Price broke the structure, which was this line, and it dropped below it. That's how we know price was forming into a downtrend. Once it breaks structure, the trend line is over. Like once it breaks the recent touch of the trend line, that means price is shifting into a different trend. Jeez. So as you guys can see right here, we draw higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high, and then price broke structure, which was the recent touch, which was this zone. Price broke structure, started shifting to the downside. So the trend line was over. Price broke the trend line, now it's in a downtrend. So we will be looking for our setup right here. Now, as you guys can see, if there's no setup on the 5 minute, you don't see no setup forming. I would normally go on the 1 minute. Let me go back over here. Normally go on the 1 minute. And as I see right here, price broke our trend. Okay, so since price broke our trend, I'll be looking for a retest. Price gave us a retest. So I'll be looking for another retest of this zone for entry. So I would draw that zone up right here. And as you can see, price came to retest and then drop. So this would have been a perfect entry right here. As you can see, price made our trend line, making higher highs, higher lows. Price broke structure right here. And then boom, the rest is history. Enter in a sell position with a 50 pip stop. Or really, the stop is just above the recent high. And we just target recent lows. But I normally go for 1 to 2s every time. And as you can see, we hit the 1 to 2. That's an easy trade, easy money. That's how easy it is, guys. So, I mean, you guys can just tap the link in my Instagram bio at MotionFX. Tap the link and come trade with me live on Discord. It's completely free, no charges. I drop the fees, so it's free. You could just come join the community and make some money with me. And that's really it, man. Like, it's really simple. I'm gonna give you guys another setup. So we're gonna go to Thursday, September the 26th, and we're gonna go on calendar. We're gonna go on Thursday. As you guys can see, we had news at 8:30, but we don't trade at 8:30. Market opens at 9:30 a.m. So as you can see, 9:20 we had news. So we're expecting volume. 9:30 we had volume. 10 a.m. we had volume. All the way to 11. Okay, so we go back on the trading view, and we'll be looking for a setup at 9:30. Now remember, guys, price was in a downtrend, but it broke. As you can see, price is in a downtrend. Let me clear this up for you. Let me go back here on the 15 minute. So as you guys can see right here, I'm gonna fix this up for you. So as you guce can see, price is in an uptrend, broke structure, headed to a downtrend. Now price broke back above. Once price broke back above and kept heading up, you know price is going back in the uptrend because price is overall in an uptrend on the daily time frame. So we go on the daily time frame, and as you guys can see on the daily time frame, price is overall in an uptrend. As you can see, price is making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So price is in an uptrend. So we go back on the 15-minute, and you see price broke the structure, came down in a downtrend on Wednesday, and on Thursday, price broke back above and kept respecting this trend line. As you guys can see right here, price is making an uptrend, right? Price is making an uptrend, kept respecting it, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Now, this would have been the recent touch, but price did not break the recent touch. As you guys can see, price broke the recent touch above, came back to retest it, and then kept going up. So we will be looking for buys. So as you guys know, we'll be looking for setups from 9:30 till 11. So we go on the 5-minute time frame. We go on Thursday. Now we'll be looking for a setup at 9:30 till 11. So let me see. I don't remember the trade I took on this day, to be honest. So we will find it. So as you guys can see, 9:30, we had a setup, okay, but it was going down. We don't take sells. We're not gonna trade against the trend because the trend is in an uptrend. So we're not gonna trade against the trend. We're gonna trade with the trend. So I seen price started dropping. Now, from you see price started dropping and price is in an uptrend, it has to come back up. So you find support that price is trying to test before it heads back to the upside. And as you guys can see, price is just testing this support zone, which was the recent structure point of the trend line. So price came down and tested it, which was on these candles right here. So we go into 1 minute. We go into 1 minute. And as you guys can see, price is forming a trend line right here. We mark up the recent high, which was this zone. And as you guys can see, price is making a trend line to the downside. You guys can see higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then price broke the trend line, right? Now, since price broke the trend line, that was a good entry to enter, but it didn't break structure yet. So as you guys can see, price came to test the recent support zone, which was the recent structure of the last trend line. Price broke that zone back to the upside. So I would have entered right here at a perfect entry, targeting a 1 to 2 and stop loss below recent low. And I could really just target this zone, but me, I targeted the recent high, which is right here. And boom, that was a 1 to 6. If I was risking $100, I would have made $600. Easy money. It's really simple. So follow me on Instagram at MotionFX and come trade with me live every day, 9:30 a.m. I'm live on Discord, and you guys can copy my trades for free and make money. It's literally free money, guys. So click the link in the description below.